Jo Leute, herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge The Wolf Among Us. Ja, ich spaß mir jetzt zu wiederholen, was im letzten Part passiert ist. Wir hören jetzt den Crooked Man ab, beziehungsweise zu Snow White. Und ich fürchte, es wird der letzte Part sein.
But we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Hallo? Oh.
He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Jo.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
In der Tat.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some
Sieht nicht
trouble
okay aus.
at the Crooked Man's place.
Mann.
Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm
Dankeschön.
surprised.
Was?
Not that you did well, but that, you know.
Ich hasse dich. Was ist eigentlich mit unseren Augen
Glad
passiert?
you made it back in one piece.
One Piece ist cool.
About time you showed up. Now throw this
mag die
asshole
Klamotten.
down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to just do this to people? You're a fucking
Deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone,
Volles Mobbing.
can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
Aber er hat's
Georgie and
angeordnet.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead.
Jo.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything.
Das ist wahr.
We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I was
and
told
I don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Lass sie ausreden.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order,
Yeah.
inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support
Übrigens, ich hab versucht,
for
dich
the
zu töten, es
forced
tut mir aber
prostitution
leid.
At the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Jo.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily.
Selbstverständlich nicht.
The record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Lass den reden.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens.
Jo.
These charges, if proven, are enough to justify
Aber er hat
death,
das Recht zu
upon
reden.
which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself,
Leute.
and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice.
Alter.
If we're ever
Was
going
ist
to pull
das?
ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Richtig.
This is ridiculous.
So, dann erzähl mal.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been
Das ist nicht das, was Georgie gesagt hat.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Würde das ja nicht wirklich Hilfe nennen.
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Sie wollten ihn nicht beschützen, sie wollten mich
They don't do
umbringen.
it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice.
Yep.
Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
Das ist so ein heftiger Bürokrat. Ich hasse sowas, Alter.
Left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners. I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
Das war Crane.
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really?
Jo.
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my
Yep.
tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow hat einen Fehler gemacht, das
Snow made a
passiert.
mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes.
Richtig.
I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Ich weiß.
And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
Ja,
And so does the sheriff.
indeed.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to
Wir
always have your
versuchen, euch
best
zu
interests at
beschützen.
heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you.
Jo.
We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help. And he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Hat sich nie um jemand von euch
The
gekümmert.
Crooked Man cared about you. He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Gut, dann sind wir uns wohl einig.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister.
Nur leider bin ich
but
der
I feel
Sheriff.
such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So kannst du diesmal da nicht
You'll
rausreden.
be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. Just
Of
me.
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
Was habe ich denn
How about
gemacht?
the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Wir dachten ja, du bist tot.
He's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
Du bist der, der
You're the one
gerade
on trial.
gefangen ist,
Don't
nicht
try to
sie.
turn this around on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened.
Das
Right
auch.
before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge.
Jo.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. That simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Bitte
Everyone
beruhigt
calm
euch.
down. This isn't the
I
reason
need a
we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to
Der
command your
nervt
own
mich,
destiny?
ganz
Without
ehrlich.
me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Ja, ich bin so bad.
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
Tu das doch bitte.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know what
shut up.
Richtig.
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body.
Yes.
Did you kill her?
Stimmt, das geht jetzt.
Did he?
Sheriff, this is
Das
highly
war sie
irregular.
selbst.
Vivian killed herself. Back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know your-
Narissa. My name is Narissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This
Ich
fucker.
weiß.
Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave
Und er
a
wird
damn
dafür
about me.
bezahlen.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So
Sind wir uns
that's
ja
it,
einig?
right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto
Dankeschön.
whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
I could always rip your arms off first. Would you enjoy that?
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up
Das ist
forever.
wahr.
Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't there
stopped.
been
I
enough
don't give a
bloodshed?
shit.
Das wird sowieso wieder meine Entscheidung und jetzt chillt bitte alle mal.
Everyone, listen up!
Ja, ich bitte
Clearly,
darum.
we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I
This
think
is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
Wir sollten wählen.
You aren't suggesting yourself.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
Ach,
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
das überrascht
Are you
mich jetzt
sure?
sehr.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Ich fühle mich geehrt.
Just do what you think is right.
Na geil.
Yes, Sheriff.
Was?
Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
cannot
Sein Kopf abreißen, okay. What the fuck? Hey. So war das jetzt noch nicht gedacht.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Und wir sperren ihn ein. Fabletown will remember
Keep him
that.
from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Hallo? Aha. The Woodland Luxury Apartments. One day later. Unsere Augen sind auch nicht mehr rot. Klare Verbindehautentzündung gewesen, würde ich sagen. So. Gönnen dir erstmal. Oh. Das hat Stil.
What I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Nice.
Work is work, I guess.
Hey, Sheriff.
Hallo.
You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
So.
This fucking line.
Was wollen die jetzt schon wieder? Ach so, die Schlange. Ja, juckt mir nicht.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Oh. Ja, dann nix wie hinterher. Alles gut?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Okay. Der jetzt
Good
schon
morning,
wieder.
Miss White.
You're late.
Na geil.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Muss jetzt zur Farm. Unfresh. Saving. Oho. Das machen wir jetzt noch in dem Part zu Ende. Sonst war es halt ein 40-Minuten-Part, aber da hatte ich jetzt nicht es sein, das wird jetzt noch so heftig lang. Jetzt müssen die alle zur Farm.
I'm going. Jesus.
Na geil.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Das wollte ich nicht.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit.
Ich habe versucht zu
Just go
helfen.
grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance.
Ja.
Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby. I have something.
Was will der?
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Was denn jetzt?
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
Klar.
She was nice.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, cause when they're
Sie
little,
wird's
they
bestimmt
have these
lieben.
pouches that
Bestimmt.
squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
Ja, ist
We're about ready to head out.
hübsch.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Es tut mir
I'm
leid.
sorry, TJ. But, look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Jo.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice.
Oh Mann.
It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby,
Ja.
where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
Woher sollte ich das
How should I
wissen?
know?
Ach, der bleibt doch hier. Cool. Immerhin.
Saying goodbye?
Oh. Hallo.
Hi.
Hi.
Immer noch mit Halsband, warum das denn?
You're still wearing that thing.
Wollte gerade sagen.
Yeah, I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Ich verstehe.
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
Ja.
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure
Yeah.
where to start. Faith, Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
Was hast du
Marissa,
gemacht?
what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were
Du hast versucht,
just trying to
sie
protect
zu
her.
beschützen.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Machen wir sie jetzt noch klar und dann ist die Geschichte zu Ende.
I don't know
Wunderschön.
what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came
Wow.
back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait,
Oh.
so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you
I
said.
know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess
Was passiert ist, ist passiert.
done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do.
Oh Mann.
I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Oh.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
You were trying to
Damit
get my
ich's
attention.
merk.
So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get
Okay.
forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody
Ist wahr.
cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry.
Es tut mir leid, dass du das tun
I'm
musstest.
sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right.
Ich hoffe.
You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
Es ist wahr.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other. And look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I just
Niemand freut sich.
out
Irgendwann.
there, and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know.
The Bad
Look
Wolf.
around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job
Dankeschön.
for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope
Ich hoffe, ich habe was
something
Gutes gemacht.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Das freut mich. Der Dax.
You're not as
Entschuldigung.
bad as everyone says you are.
Da hieß... Den Satz hat man schon im Intro gehört, oder?
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
Trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
would hide
What
her
the
beauty so
fuck?
she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever
Hallo,
get back to you about
was
Fang?
passiert
Said you
jetzt?
want to run
Warum?
more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Dramatic Ending, und ich habe gar nicht verstanden am Schluss genau, warum ich ihr nachgehen sollte. Aber gut. What did you do to Georgie? Die meisten haben ihn getötet. Die meisten haben ihn... Was? Man konnte den da schon umbringen? Okay. Die meisten wollten ihn umbringen? Krass. Die meisten wollten es weiterbringen, das ist klar. I've done some good here. Ja, gut. Also bis auf 1 hat mich nichts überrascht. You lied to him. Special Stats, okay. You gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. Das war bestimmt ganz wichtig. You helped him to avoid the farm. You took him back on the witching well. You imprisoned him. You gave him money after the fight with the woodman. You took money from Georgie's safe. Yeah? You offered her a job. You drank with Gwen after Lily's funeral. You interrupted her sister's funeral. You made a deal with him. You brought her along with you to the trip. You show her Crane's photograph of her. Yeah? You chose to wait for him. Ja, ich habe das Geschenk gegeben. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him into the farm. Obwohl er das nicht wirklich geschätzt hat, hatte ich den Eindruck. So, dann war es das jetzt nochmal mit The Wolf Among Us. Jetzt müsst ihr noch ganz kurz mein Fazit ertragen, beziehungsweise könnt ihr es ertragen. Ihr könnt es auch schon wegschalten. So ganz kurz will ich doch mal zusammenfassen, wie ich es jetzt fand. Es war sehr, sehr geil, finde ich. Ich fand die Story extrem cool. Ich finde auch die Idee extrem cool, obwohl die natürlich nicht von Telltale kommt. Aber ich mag das. Wie ich das schon mal gesagt habe, ich mochte das auch bei Reckless, bei diesem Cornelia Funke Buch, dass man halt so die klassischen Märchencharaktere nochmal in ein anderes Licht drückt. Ich finde das ziemlich cool. Und ich finde es da auch extrem gut umgesetzt, noch mit den Prostituierten und so. Es waren extrem gute Sprecher. Die Grafik ist halt typische Telltale-Grafik. Comic-Stil kann man mögen oder nicht. Ich finde es eigentlich immer ganz schön. Das habe ich bei The Walking Dead gefunden und auch jetzt. Es war weniger krass von der Story als The Walking Dead. Es war weniger traurig. Es gab weniger Tote. Aber es hat einen trotzdem mitgerissen, finde ich. Wenn auch nicht ganz so sehr wie The Walking Dead. Aber das habe ich jetzt auch nicht erwartet. Und was auf jeden Fall ein klarer Pluspunkt zu The Walking Dead ist, waren diese Quicktime-Events. Die gab es bei The Walking Dead ja eigentlich nie. Oder doch, es gab es schon so ein paar Mal, aber extrem selten. Und auch wenn ich mich darüber aufgeregt habe, dass es nicht kann, ich finde das extrem cool. Und ja, man hat dadurch einfach nochmal so ein bisschen mehr Chance, die Story mitzubestimmen. Da stand ich auch gerade ganz passend nochmal and you. Und ja, ich weiß genau, dass du gerade zurückgespult hast, du Schlingel, du. Gut. Dann mal gucken. Sehen wir uns entweder jetzt gleich wieder, falls noch irgendwas passiert, obwohl, das brauche ich jetzt nicht schneiden. Oh, was? Continue the story? Was? Was? Was passiert jetzt? Die Folge ist eh schon überlang jetzt. Ja. Brauchst mich auch nicht mehr jucken. Okay. Gucke ich nochmal ganz kurz hier ins Book of Fables. Hier fehlen uns überall noch ein paar. So, 3 neue Einträge haben wir. Fabletown's Justice. Oh Gott, was für die jetzt wieder da. Snow White ist jetzt halt die Chefin quasi und Sheriff Bigby ist doch mal ein schönes letztes Bild. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby Wolf spent many years wandering through Europe. Was? Oh mein Gott, Hilfe. With the fable colony quickly developing a new world, Snow White and Featherwolf. Blay, blay, bla bla blay. Gut. Da steht es bestimmt eh noch Book of Fables New, weil da immer irgendwas ist, was ich anscheinend nicht angeklickt habe, aber ich bin zu blind, um das zu sehen. Ich weiß gerade nur alles an, aber es gibt da nichts. Da ist nichts. New. Achievements. Was ist das? Ach, okay, das sind jetzt nur die beiden. Gut. Ja. Dann, ich weiß nicht, wahrscheinlich stand da jetzt gerade nur, es war eigentlich dumm von mir, das jetzt wegzuklicken, aber da stand sehr wahrscheinlich eh nur, ja, ich kann es halt nochmal spielen und die Story weiterführen, weil jetzt andere Dinge passieren können oder so. Ich werde es mir jetzt gleich nochmal in der Bearbeitung durchlesen und falls es noch irgendwas gibt, jetzt nochmal ein Part, ansonsten geht es wahrscheinlich erstmal wieder mit irgendwas Minecraft-mäßigem weiter, bis es dann das nächste Let's Play gibt. Game of Thrones. Bis dahin macht's gut und tschüss.